Actually, something that's not in my speech, and I've been mulling over this for about 2 years now, was that you've mentioned that you were looking for someone to marry. Could you not look around a while? Years out there, kiss the water. Jeez. Yes. Oscar Wilde once said,
Jesus. Deep.
Oscar Wilde was an expert on marriage. The educated amongst us, a man who says his wife can't take a joke forgets that she took him. But seriously, myself and Francis were both charitable men, and when I started donating €10 a month first to the World Wildlife Organization, I expected maybe a cuddly teddy bear of a tiger or a t-shirt or something, but here I am, best man at his wedding. Best man's speech is tough. I don't feel nervous, but my hands are actually shaking, but I'm not actually nervous. Because anyway, people nowadays, when they're writing the best man's speech, they just sit down in front of the internet and let whatever happen, happen. But so I got the idea that maybe I'd Google his birthday and see what happened on his birthday. Some world event or something, you know. Something might have been invented, a famous person might have been born or assassinated. No. Nothing happened. Oh, the nurses at Erin will still call it Ugly Baby Day. I'm only joking. I'm sure he was a perfectly normal baby. Bald, chunky, awkward in movement. You can see 33 years on. Not much has changed.
What is this?
For you who don't know me, people from Ireland probably don't know me. One thing we have in common, people, I've never won an All-Ireland. That's it, I'm going to leave it there, that's it now. It's a long thing. My name is Patrick Walsh, Pat Walsh, Walshy. I've been Francis's friend, colleague and employee for the best part of a decade now. Whether it was in Inchilani, where I met him, the Radisson Hotel, or the Phoenix for the most part of it. We worked together well, but when he told me I was going to have to do this speech, I said, alright, so let's do the fun part first. So I started writing a list about the wild times. The wild times, the Ibitas, the nightclubs, the illegal dog fights, the booze. Me and Rosie have had some great times. But Francis actually, forget about all that. Me and Francis, the first time we met, people here might remember the famous Fianna Fáil conference out in Inchilani.
Yeah!
My first day's work in Clonakilty was the day after that. And to be honest, when I met Francis, I just presumed Fianna Fáil had left him there behind him. If you're happy with me, All-Americans, and you're working hard, but this time was against her. And I presume he learned a lot from them, having worked with them 10 years on. Learned a lot. A lot to teach them, actually. He's gone to Labour since, but if Fianna Fáil do make a comeback, have a look in the background, he couldn't do that. But seriously, we went on to work well together for a year or so in Inchilani. He was pantry manager, I was restaurant manager. And our strengths and weaknesses. We've always seemed to complement each other. If one of us is weak at a certain point, the other one of us is generally good at it. And I was trying to think of, did we have funny stories about arguments or anything? But to be honest, I don't think. Maybe once or twice crosswords have been spoken. And even then, I think it was the old building, if even. Yeah, so we've always gotten on well together. That's enough of the nice stuff. Oh wait, yeah. No, I want to compliment that he's a fantastic father as well, and that was a huge thing for me working in the Phoenix. Was at the time it was me and my daughter, and I had her 6-7 days a week at the time, and working with Francis was just, he made it so easy. So it's not a surprise that he's a fantastic father, to be honest. Phoenix Bar is closed after 7 years, and Francis there created a safe and fun environment to work in. I worked there for 7 years. Aidan over there worked there. Pa worked there for 2 years. Stephen worked there. James worked there. I know James worked there. And Francis was there a lot. Rosie worked there. Sorry, Rosie worked there. Teresa, yeah, where were you, Teresa? Laura was there. Laura was very good. Teresa, all your boys were good workers. Yeah, Teresa contributed in her own special way. Absolutely, yeah. Francis, I've known Rosie not as long as I've known you, but already I feel I can say she's a much better person than you can ever dream of becoming, to be honest. So you're punching well above your weight there. It says, say something nice about Francis. I'm just going to read that out. Say something nice about Francis. No, but people here today who might not have seen the two of you together as much as I have, mightn't realise that you're so happy together today and you genuinely enjoy being in each other's company. That's not just because it's your wedding, you are genuinely like that every day. You meet them. And that's not easy if you know that. She's genuinely happy to see her walking on. Sure, she sees more from than I do. I'm going to wrap it.
These days I do.
I'm going to wrap it up soon enough now because there was more. I thought the speech was going to be before dinner, so I thought I could insult him more because he wouldn't leave before the beef came. Now you can't be sure either. Just like to say that I hope that their marriage isn't like the Phoenix in so much as his brother Pat has to go on heavy lifting. He closes me out and has to move to Dunmanway. I love you, Pat. I have a few cards to read out from some of Francis's very close friends who couldn't be here tonight, some special people in his life. We've got one from Doctor Who. Dr. Xavier and the X-Men. Yeah, sorry they couldn't be here. Wolverine was having his back fixed. Spider-Man regrets he couldn't be here. Indiana Jones. Darth Vader has a family too. He said you'd understand. You're a father yourself. I'll leave them quick one in the head now. I'll think of a little London joke later. And no, that's it. No, and look, they are a lovely couple together. And if you know Francis pre-Rosie and after Rosie, he's definitely better after Rosie. he's boring. Very boring. Drinks at Christmas. Goes to Mass, and I don't know. Do you want to go to Mass? It's fun. When did you listen to it? I said this one quickly when I was ahead and all, right? I'm going to hand over to Pat, who's going to lead us in a toast to the happy couple.
First of all, Mr. Walsh, you're also known as DJ Fire.
DJ Fire.
Second of all, I'd like to just welcome Rosemary Howard to the Howard Rose. And third of all, I'd just like to have a toast to Rosie and Francis.